Hello, family. Hello, family. Thank you for viewing this video. I'm going to do a somewhat short, but I'm going to do a somewhat in-depth review of the Black Wealth Bootcamp. Give you a little peek behind the scenes of what we're being taught in the class, and a little sneak peek of the private Facebook group, what's going on with that, and hopefully to answer any questions that you have about the class. So let's start with me. My name is James. I'm a Black Wealth Bootcamp alumni. Proud of it. That's me on the right, of course. I couldn't be that portfolio. Be interesting, though. So that's the portfolio you do get, however, when you purchase the class. You get that mailed to you. So that's a nice little thing when you're taking your notes to help keep you focused. All right. Now, one thing you will know out the gate about the Black Wealth Bootcamp is that it is unapologetically black. The teacher, Dr. Boyce Watkins, he says that repeatedly, and it doesn't give any hatred toward anyone else, but it speaks directly to black people and black issues and things we need to do for our community and build wealth amongst ourselves, with each other and for each other. Okay, so let's talk about Dr. Boyce Watkins. He is the teacher. He's the one that's going to be giving you the lessons. He's been teaching for over 20 years. He has a PhD in finance. And the thing I like about him is that he's not teaching you just theory. He's teaching you the application, because he actually runs businesses. He actually runs businesses online. For those of you interested in making money online, here's a perfect model for someone not only to teach you how to build wealth, but how he's doing it through his businesses online. So that's definitely, to me, in my experience, that's a person you listen to, someone that's doing the actual work instead of just teaching you the theory. So let me talk about some of the guest speakers actually that we had during the class, because we had about three or four guest speakers that came through on the class, and then we have the Q&A sessions that came through. So one of the first guest speakers we had was, let me get his name. It is Andrew Hatchett. Yes, that was the brother's name. Andrew Hatchett. Now, this brother's big in real estate. He's been doing real estate for a number of years, of course, and I believe either it was 2 or 3 years out of high school or out of college. If I'm not mistaken, 2 or 3 years out of high school, he earned his first condo. Big move. Big move. A little discipline with saving, he talks about that. Boyce Watkins talks about that, save your money so your money can save you, but also invest your money. So, he's been doing real estate for a long time. He gave us great advice on how to do real estate and the type of ventures he looks into to make a profit. That was very key, because what we were thinking, or at least what I was thinking, was something totally different. But he gave me insight to a better, more feasible opportunity into getting into real estate. So the second guest that came on was Lawrence Watkins. Okay. Now, Lawrence Watkins is, of course, Dr. Watkins' brother, but he also has his own business called Great Black Speakers, I believe, where, he has a plethora of great black speakers to go to events and speak on a myriad of different topics. He actually gave us a lot of tools to help streamline running your business when you need to connect with people that's helping you do the work, so to speak, so you guys can all be on the same page. He gave us applications, programs, softwares. He didn't give them to us, but he showed us what he actually uses today to run his business. So that was very helpful. He posted that in a private Facebook group. Okay. And after him was Lamar Taylor. Holy crap. Lamar Taylor. Now, this guy, it's a husband and wife team, but, he was the one that came on the show. They run the website Black and Married with Kids, and they are killing the game right now. As far as online, if you want to know how to make money on a blog, on a website, yeah, look at what he's doing, because he's killing them. I think they're poised or have already projected making $1 million this year off of the website. And the key thing he said, because there's been a lot of myths that were busted, for me at least, when I joined the boot camp, because the myth is black people don't buy from black people, or they don't support black people. He said, well, they buy from me. especially if he making $1 million. And I was like, wow, that's true. And as far as black people not working with each other, I mean, I saw firsthand in the Facebook group, that's one of the first things that popped off was the networking. If you only knew. So he dropped hella gems on us. He gave us a lot of jewels that can be applied. And I'm going to come back to him further on in this presentation, if you will. Okay. Now, in the private Facebook group, I want you to look at this post that was in the private Facebook group, because this is where the magic started to happen first. Okay. He asked, what kind of business did you want to start? So people started putting in what type of business they wanted to start. Now, when I was in there, like off the first day, I went in there second day, it was like 40, 50 posts. I started making my, little list of people I wanted to network with and connect with and so on and so forth. I came back a day or two later, it was at 300, almost 300, 200 something, 300. I was like, what in the world? I could not even keep up. Now, look at it. This is a recent, it's at 500 plus comments. In that part right there alone, you wouldn't believe how many connections are being made, how many businesses are being built, how many people are networking with each other to help bring forth a business or company. They finding people that had similar ideas. You have, what do you have? Investment clubs. That was a huge one. You had people that, and these are people that are, let's clear the air here. These are people that are experts, I would consider, in their field. They've been working in the field for 10, 15, sometimes more years. And we're talking about in finance, in banking. You had people wanted to start their own banking institution and had tons of information on that, just looking for investment. People in the technology sector, people making money online. I mean, you see how many comments, so of course it's a lot. It's a lot. So I just wanted to give you a sneak peek of that when you join, if you choose to join. But when you join, check out there. Go through there, and you're going to see a list of people you can connect with easily. Now, I know if you go onto Boyce Watkins' personal page, he posts this on his personal Facebook page, so you can look and say, Boyce Watkins, he was letting the people know, rather, what the boot campers are doing as far as forming a massive investment club. You have no idea what he's talking about, massive. I'm going to give you another sneak peek, because this is something he did, I believe, in the very first class. He made it very interactive, where he gave us a bit of a survey, and this is where it blew my mind when it says black people don't support one another. Look at this survey. And he says, what part, if they were to build a crowdfunding platform, what would you like to do? As far as, would you be the type that like to invest? Would you like to help raise money? Or would you like to look for money as for one of your businesses, as an entrepreneur, so on and so forth? Now, this is just in the beginning, because this is like day 1, day 2. And 142 people said they would prefer to invest in a business or help raise funds. Only 3 people said they're interested in receiving funding for their business. Only 3. I was one of those 3. That's just what I was into. But I had took a snapshot, and I had sent that to a fellow I follow on Instagram, because he's working on a web platform built specifically for black people. And I noticed on some of his posts, he was trying to raise money through crowdfunding. He was getting frustrated, and he saw that it was an article that it was Neil Armstrong's spacesuit, and in 5 days they raised like $5 million to save his spacesuit from being shipped somewhere. I was like, what are they going to do with a spacesuit? But whatever, it frustrated him because he's trying to raise money. He only raised maybe $200, but it's very important to be surrounded by like-minded individuals. So I sent him this video just to send him, not the video, excuse me, I sent him that image to give him some encouragement, like, hey, listen here. There are groups of people that's willing to invest in projects like yours. So you keep coding, you get a chance. You may want to look into the group here, the Black Wealth Bootcamp. So that definitely gave him some encouragement. He's definitely looking into that. So don't be fooled by them saying that we don't work together. We do work together. Okay. And another thing I want to tell you about the classes, there is homework. So don't think you're just going to go listen. There is homework. There's things you have to do to apply so you get your mind in the right place. Okay? So you are going to have to do that. And another thing that there is when you join, because one of the classes is on how people make money online. Okay, that's when he had Lamar Tyler on. Okay, so one of the key aspects of the whole group overall was that when you join, he gives you access to an affiliate program. And I found that very interesting because, okay, one class just taught you how to make money online. Then he gives you an affiliate program so you can apply the technique that he just showed you. Okay, so I thought that was phenomenal. Okay, so I just showed you a little screenshot there of, welcome, here's the affiliate program thing. So that's, and people have already made money. I don't even think they really applied the techniques. I think they just told friends. As far as I know, what Miss Lloyd posted in the group saying somebody already made $300. And I'm pretty sure he just spoke to people he knew, within his circle on Facebook, so on and so forth. So I figured, well, let me give a review so anybody that has questions can, see the review, get more of an inside look. And I'm going to give you a link to a site that gives you even more information so you can get a video actually from Dr. Boyce Watkins. And in that video, it gives you a taste of the type of lessons we learn, because a lot of them have to deal with your mind state. So you have to get your mind right first and break those old consumer type habits and start wealth building habits to get you on the right track. Okay, so let's get down to the nitty gritty. What everybody want to know about is the pricing. Okay, the pricing, let's see. He has two options: $300 full class 5-week program, but then he also has a pay per class, which is a $75 each week. For those who get paid weekly, I think that's perfect because you can pay, each week and not have it hit you so hard. For those of you who can pay the $300, I suggest you just do that, get that out the way, and just pay for it full-fledged. Now, question is it worth it? For me, honestly, yes. And I'm gonna ask if any of my fellow boot campers happen to see this video, leave a comment underneath, and if you agree about the value in the class. The networking alone is worth it. Getting taught by those guest speakers, Lamar Taylor, Lawrence Watkins, Andrew Hatchett. Plus, he's going to have more. Well, the class is over, and that's another thing. They're still building. They see what we want, and they give it to us, because a lot of us is like, hey, the class is almost over. Now what? We want more. You started a machine, so to speak. We're hungry for this. We want to interact more. We want more teachers. We want to network more. So he created a platform called the Academy, the Black Wealth Bootcamp Academy, to sort of keep it going so we can have more speakers on and teach, have more lessons and in-depth and answer more questions that we have. Because after each class, there is a Q&A that happens a number of days later. Okay? So don't think he just teaches you and then that's it. No, there's a live Q&A session that he has. Okay? And not only that, you can ask questions during a session and he'll answer them then and there. Okay, so that's very powerful when you have an expert that'll answer you directly and answer your concern directly. And even sometimes when you post it in the Facebook group, somebody will get back to you. Okay, so the value is there. I regret not one iota of it. And I'm going even further because I've joined the Academy. I'll give you a review on the Academy after I'm in it for at least maybe a month so I can get an overall feel of what's going on and what you get out of it. Okay. Now, something new that he's doing, which wasn't around when I first signed up, and he has a self-study course, which I believe you just get the home course at home and you can, study by yourself at your own leisure. This may work perfectly for some. For me, I enjoy the interaction. For the most part, I enjoy the interaction more so than anything. I enjoy watching the class, and then after the class, everybody goes into the Facebook group and they start posting their ideas and what they thought about the class and start networking. And yeah, I like all of that interaction. I like posting questions, and he's like, hey, James, this question, such and such, such and such, such. I like that. I'll pay for that. to have sort of like a mentor, so to speak, or a plethora of mentors, because you can ask questions to Lawrence as well, because he chimes in, and other people are willing to chime in and give advice to help you on your journey, whatever that journey may be, because this is not just something that's for entrepreneurs. So this is something for someone who just wants to become wealthy. Now, know that wealth does not mean you have to run a business, but you can own a piece of a business. See, nobody's taught you like that before, or nobody taught me like that before. I never thought about owning a piece of a business or learning how to invest on that level. And there's already huge investment clubs, and these individuals are positioning themselves rather to not only invest in a feasible business that they see, so because you have to come seriously, you got to have your business plan, see what it is. If it's profitable, something that's going to help, black people, they're going to invest in it. I'll tell you that right now. And not only that, they're going to invest in real estate. And I'm not talking with the size of the groups. They're not trying to buy one house. They're trying to position themselves to buy a block, because you got to remember, we're rebuilding black Wall Streets, world townships, so to speak. So they want to buy blocks at a time. And this is just the first class. The first class, I think, had like 400 plus members. Okay. And there's another class about to start. So you have no idea of the power of what's taking place. I get it. You got to see it for yourself to understand why I get so excited. All right. So that's my overall review. There's more to it, because there's more products always being added. Everything. They're building platforms for us to network easier, because this is pretty much their first run. And as they see what we need to keep this thing going, they build it, i.e. the academy, which a lot of us are joining. Well, I'll speak for myself. But check the comments below, because I'll see if any of the fellow boot campers, y'all see this video, leave a comment below so they know I'm not just over exaggerating. Let them know the power of what's going on, not only from what I'm saying for the boot camp, but what's going on with you. How did it affect you? If you have time, because I know we're all busy. So that's pretty much the end of the review. I'm very pleased with it. I'm going to leave a link in the description box below if you want a little more info. Okay, if you want to see a video with Dr. Boyce Watkins giving, a small little lecture, not a lecture, excuse me, small little lesson. It only takes a couple minutes. It's a pretty short video, but the type of information he gives you will give you a hint at what we're learning in the Black Wealth Bootcamp. So you can see, by his tone, then you'll see what I mean by unapologetically black. And, that's no disrespect to anybody else, but he speaks directly to black people, to our needs, to what's going on with us, and not anybody else. So it's not really sugar coated, which it doesn't need to be. Nobody's offended by it. So, I want to thank you for stopping by, checking out the review. I'll leave a link in the description box below if you want a little more information. If you want to see that video, I'll try and leave a link on the screen so you can just click on the screen. And this is my little Black Wealth Bootcamp, super pro black logo, if you will. I just had that customized. I thought that was cool. It's a little more soldier in it, if you like. You know what I mean? But thank you for stopping by. Thanks for taking the time to listen. And, I suggest if you have a passion to help your people, if you have a passion to do business with other black people, like we did in the Black Wall Street, and we prospered together, I'd say, hey, come join us, because it's definitely starting. There's a group of like-minded, professional, progressive black individuals just like you who are making it happen step by step. So I'd say come join us, all right? So thank you once again.